Marjorie Taylor Greene recently had a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day during her completely unhinged DOGE subcommittee hearing.
Klan Mom is now chairwoman of the DOGE subcommittee, which is supposed to cut costs. They had an important hearing titled Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports. That would be a big money saver. They had a meeting yesterday in which she used a clearly doctored photo that makes it seem like this guy who's in charge of U.S. fencing was giving the middle finger when, in fact, he was holding up 2 fingers.
Here displayed behind me is the post that Mr. Lefelt put up. Mr. Lefelt came in here today saying that this is game day.
One moment, a point of order, please,
You're
Madam Chair.
You're not.
Madam
okay,
Chair, I have a point of order. The document that you have up behind you is a misrepresentation of the actual post. It appears that you're trying to misrepresent a witness here who you use subpoena powers against.
This is not Miss Stanbury. Miss Stanbury, this is not a point of order.
The actual picture.
Miss Stanbury, you're not recognized. Miss Stanbury, you're not recognized. Miss Stanbury, you're not recognized.
One of those these days, that gavel's going to hit her in the head, and she'll be smarter for it. She will be better off.
You are not. This is not a point of order, Miss Stansbury. This is not a point of order.
What this committee does, you are misrepresenting the witnesses. You are misrepresenting policy. You are misrepresenting.
Miss Stansbury, you're not recognized. Did you feel you were in a safe environment, free from abuse, when you were told you must compete against a man?
Peace be with you too. Thank you, Miss Stanbury. A literal photobomb.
As the saying goes, every time Jimmy Kimmel humiliates Republicans, an angel gets its wings. Anyway, this was a DOGE subcommittee hearing on transgender athletes competing in fencing and other sports, which already makes zero sense as to why they would be looking into it, and here's why.
Now, this committee is supposed to be about saving taxpayer dollars. And let's be really clear. Mr. Lefeld, USA Fencing doesn't receive large taxpayer-funded grants and doesn't really receive federal funding. Is that correct?
Sir, we do not receive a penny in federal funding.
So you do not receive a penny of federal funding, and we're spending our time in the Government Efficiency Committee debating a fencing tournament and your association, that of you which receive no federal dollars.
But hey, when Large Marge is in charge, get ready for a shit show.
You took a minute of my time, wasting my time on a non-point of order. The gentlelady's time has expired. I now recognize
was not running during the
Ms.
point
McLean
of order.
from
Your
Michigan.
time was not wasted, and to the trans
I now
community.
recognize.
Geez, temper tantrum much? Actually, I have a strong feeling that she's about to go ham on this gavel, so let's put up the hit counter, shall we?
And to the trans
I now
community,
recognize
we
Ms. McLean
stand
from-
with you, with the LGBTQ plus community. We stand with you, and you can
Madam
break
Chair.
my eardrums all you want, Madam Chair, but we stand with the LGBTQ plus community, and you can gavel me till
Order. This hearing will come to order.
Stop it.
This hearing will come to order.
Madam Chair, I have a
This
question.
hearing will come to order.
Madam Chair,
This hearing will come to order.
Marge hit that gavel 47 times like she was trying to summon a demon, which is ironic since many people believe that she already is one. You know, the kind with a
bleach blonde, bad-built butch body.
Anyway, if this DOGE subcommittee hearing proves anything, it's that when you elect a clown like Marjorie Taylor Greene or assign her to be chairwoman, you better expect a circus. Also, did you catch the guy in the back who jumped when she first slammed it down? Imagine having her as your boss. Jeez, what a weirdo.
I'll let the American people decide who the weirdos are, because I think we know.
We didn't need this hearing to know that Republicans are weirdos, but thank you for hammering it home. Literally. Bravo to Stanbury. She has definitely become a pain in Greene's side during these DOGE hearings. This is her back in February of this year.
And I know that Donald Trump thinks that he's a king because his social media, of course, he keeps repeating this. But let me say this to you, Mr. Trump. 250 years ago, the people of this great nation rejected a reckless, abusive king, and we won't go back. And for the thousands of federal workers out there, the aid workers, the advocates, and the people around the world who are impacted by these reckless and heartless and harmful and disgusting cuts that are impacting people across the world, know that we see you, We stand with you. We are fighting for you. We are in the courts. We are in Congress. We are in our communities, and we will hold this administration accountable. And we will not abandon our allies or our humanity. So with that, I say to all of you, be strong. We will fight back.
I now recognize myself for closing remarks. And threats against the President of the United States will not be tolerated by anyone.
The Democratic Party needs to do more of this. And actually, if we go back to this recent subcommittee hearing, Congresswoman Crockett does exactly that.
I want to play a game. It's called Trump or Trans. You ready? Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to tell me whether or not it is Trump or trans people that are responsible. You understand?
Got it.
Okay, very good. The first one, gutted medical research.
Trump.
Kidnapping Americans and sending them to foreign countries, a.k.a. deporting them.
Trump.
Driving us into a recession.
Trump.
Increasing the cost of everything.
Trump.
Waging an idiotic tariff war.
Trump.
Harming farmers.
Trump.
Ignoring the Constitution.
Trump.
Proposing to take away Social Security.
Trump.
Cutting health care.
Trump.
Firing government workers who keep our country safe.
Trump.
Encouraging an environment of hate and divisiveness.
Trump.
Thank you so much. This committee could be engaged in actual oversight of fraud, waste, abuse, and mismanagement. So let's talk about waste. Like Trump's plan to spend almost $100 million for his little birthday parade. Or how he spent 25% of his first 100 days golfing, costing taxpayers tens of millions of dollars. In fact, it's a little bit over $30 million at our last estimation. In fact, President Trump is on pace to spend more than $1 billion of taxpayer dollars just on golfing. Yet the Republicans have been silent. So they must think spending taxpayer dollars on the president's golfing trips is more important than providing health care to their constituents. And when I talk about constituents, we're going to talk about the ones on this committee.
Oh, snap!
Do you ever have trouble finding a shirt that actually fits? The collar's too loose, the length is off, or it just hangs like a bag? That's why I'm all about True Classic. They make shirts that are actually designed to fit real people. True Classic has one mission, to make sure guys look good and feel even better. Not just tees, but hoodies, jeans, activewear, everything you need to level up your everyday lifestyle. But True Classic isn't just about great clothes. Their brand DNA is built on being highly intentional in everything they do. From creating high quality essentials, to making folks laugh with their hilarious ads, to delivering Ritz-Carlton level customer service, to giving back to the communities they believe in. Every detail is done with purpose. I've been wearing True Classic for a while now, and from the first piece I put on, I knew it was different. Snug where you want it, relaxed where you need it. No weird bunching, no awkward tight spots, just a clean, effortless fit that works. Forget overpriced designer nonsense. Skip the cheap throwaways. True Classic delivers premium essentials built for real life. Grab yours at Target or Costco, or head to trueclassic.com/Gabe to get hooked up today. Again, USA Fencing doesn't receive a penny in federal funding. This whole thing is a literal waste of time and taxpayer money.
And I've knocked on thousands of doors and talked to thousands of Republican, Independent, and Democratic voters in my career. And not a single time has someone flung open their door and said, "Thank God you're here, Congressman. I want to ask you about transgender people fencing." It's just never happened. I've never even met a fencer before. I've just seen it on The Parent Trap. I'm sure it's a great sport, but what the hell are we doing here?
Thank you!
Seriously, we're here because Chairwoman Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks that if she picks on vulnerable people, like trans folks, she can avoid having a discussion about the allegations of insider trading against her. She thinks that she can distract from the fact that Trump and MAGA Republicans are raising your costs every single day, suppressing your wages every single day, stealing your taxpayer dollars every single day, and threatening your health care. That's the reason we're at this crazy hearing today.
This whole hearing was just a pretext for Republicans to attack the LGBTQ community. A community, by the way, who just wants to live their lives without the government all up in their business. You know, the very thing that Republicans never shut up about.
There is some bipartisan consensus. Here's a quote from one of my Republican colleagues who's actually on this committee today, which I want to read. I find it encouraging. It says, "I strongly support LGBTQ rights and equality. No one should be discriminated against. I have friends and family that identify as LGBTQ. Understanding how they feel and how they've been treated is important. Having been around gay, lesbian, and transgender people has informed my opinion over my lifetime. Now, Ms. Gosgraves, do you know who said this by any chance?
I don't know.
This was actually Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who's, I know, waved on to our committee today. Now, Madam Chair, I'd like to insert into the record this article on CNN that says, titled, Nancy Mace, now targeting transgender lawmaker, calls herself pro-transgender rights in 2023. Madam Chairwoman?
Without objection.
Holy shit, Marge is so dumb that she had to be coached on how to speak while chairing the hearing.
Now, Congresswoman Mace, of course, is here today. Now, in November of just last year, Congresswoman Mace posted 326 times on social media about trans people and their access to bathrooms in just one 72-hour period. That's a fact.
What's wrong with her?
Nancy Mace has posted 326 times in the last 72 hours about bathrooms. Madam Chair, can I introduce this into the record?
Without objection.
Thank you. I point this out because it's actually important context. Republicans accuse Democrats of focusing too much on LGBTQ plus issues or trans issues. But we want to talk about protecting Social Security. We want to talk about protecting the cost of living. We want to talk about lowering prices. We want to make sure that all people have health care. But Republicans are so obsessed with demonizing trans people that we are wasting time in our Government Efficiency Committee talking about trans people that like fencing.
Oh, and on the same day of this hearing, Nancy Mace posted this on Twitter. Spotted in Austin, all-gender bathroom on a recent trip to Texas. No, there are only two. Hold the line, biology isn't bigotry. Wow, Nancy Mace is so dumb that she thinks a single occupancy bathroom that's ADA compliant is woke. Like, imagine walking into a toilet and thinking, this is part of a liberal agenda. But this is what Republicans are focused on. Definitely not helping you or me. Now, I'd say that Nancy Mace is the dumbest person in Congress, but then I remember that this whole thing is literally chaired by Marjorie Taylor Greene. And that's not just my opinion, that's Jasmine Crockett certified.
It said that last time you were here, Marjorie Taylor Greene was the dumbest person in Congress. Is she still the dumbest, or has that crown been taken from her?
No. She's still winning, honey. She's still winning. I mean, did you not see what she had to say about the Pope?
How did I miss this? Oh, I missed this.
It's cringy.
It is.
It is. Basically, she was like, God is getting rid of the evil in the world.
And the Pope was part of the evil?
I guess so, because the Pope died. This was her response to him dying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's
wow.
dumb and a lowlife.
Wow, yes. I'd like to see St. Peter reading that. It's like, and it says here...
Thanks for watching. If you want to support my work on What Was That, the best way is by becoming a paid subscriber at whatwasthat.show. I'm fully independent, no corporate backing, no team, just me running this one-man show. You'll get exclusive episodes, deep dive breakdowns, and articles you won't find anywhere else. That's whatwasthat.show. Prefer to listen while you're on the go? What Was That is available on all major podcast platforms. Apple, Spotify, you name it. Until next time, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?